So, Karina, when it comes to the theme of grief and loss, our minds don't necessarily immediately go to the thought of losing somebody while they're still alive, in the sense of losing someone to an addiction, yet it is something that a lot of people have to deal with and cope with,
Yeah.
you would say?
Yeah. In my case, it's someone in my family I'm really close to. And I think it's the fact that every time you deal with someone in addiction, is you can't see who they used to be. So you encounter this other personality within them, and it's just being able to protect yourself from being hurt and at the same time love them over that issue. And it's quite hard, because every time you try and think perhaps this time is going to be better,
Sure.
and it's not, and when it's not, it's just very, very hard. Very hard to deal with.
I was talking to someone who has also gone through it, and they talked about how it's almost like you get a glimpse into the real them for maybe 5 minutes or an hour, and it's amazing, you know. And they were talking about their mother, and they were saying, "Oh, there's my mum," you know, and then they're gone again.
So it's exactly that. It's just when you get that glimpse, you say, "Oh, I wish I could stay with that," you know? That's the person I love. And then they turn and they become this other person. And it's so hard, because in that moment you're engaging with this person you love.
Yeah.
And when it's family, it's even harder. You can't just cut that.
Sure.
That's family, that's blood. So in order to protect yourself, you just need to keep in mind to grab the goodness of it, keep the good memories, and just try to separate whatever is going on and call it by its name, you know. That's addiction, that's not that person, and protect your heart. Because it's quite hard to love someone whenever they're hurting you because of it. It's just two personalities at the same time.
And this is obviously a realization that you have come to over time, but this is also something that you've had to deal with for a very long time. So, for example, when you were younger, you know, you maybe wouldn't have had that maturity and that wisdom to be able to separate the addiction from the person. So obviously a very, very difficult time. Like, how, when you were younger, like how did you cope, or how did it manifest itself in other ways in your life? Or
actually, as I was telling you earlier,
Yeah.
I just talked to this person this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And I just realized now, 34 years old, I've been judging myself and the relationship with this person due to an addiction, and I didn't know. I just thought this is the way a relationship is.
Right.
And it just got worse and worse, and then as an adult I was able to spot it and say, actually, this is not normal. And it's quite hard, because you're building in your childhood a personality and a character and a relationship to something that is completely unhealthy, and you don't even know that's how you're building your personality, your character, and something that is just bad.
And you mentioned there about moving forward, coming up to the present day, that you have been going through a process of healing and being able to recognize it for what it is. We've talked a lot already in the series about that moment, that shift, that significant moment where you realized enough is enough, or something has to shift here. Or can you talk us through how did that come about for you?
I think for me, it's when I realized it wasn't me.
So
You know?
when did you realize? Was it just like a
even
bold
if you-
moment, or?
I would say even yesterday when I had that conversation, that I thought, actually, it's not me. And it sounds silly because I'm 34, I should have spotted even before, but I've been dealing with this person and then just saying, yes, the addiction, yes, this thing. But then yesterday I just realized, actually, no, you know, it's not me. It's an issue, and it's not even this person. It's the addiction. So I need to separate those things into what it is, call it things by its name, and then realize I need to separate myself from it, put it in its place, and then say, no, this is me, you know, I'm not whatever this unhealthy relationship has brought me into.
And with regards to the loss side of things, that person being present, but there being that gap, there being that gap, I should say, did you fill it as a child? Did you fill it with other things or with other people?
I think as a child, I got used to it, but as I grow up, then I realized that's not the person I used to remember, and that's when I started feeling that kind of losing this person.
Yeah.
It was not there anymore. I couldn't relate to this person anymore. I couldn't engage, because I would engage and then disconnect because it turned into something else.
Yeah.
So that's when you feel I'm losing this person. I'm losing the essence of this person. The personality is not there, whoever they were, because they just click and they swap and that's it.
I suppose the hope that's coming out of your story is so fresh. It only happened yesterday that you had a phone call. How crazy is that? Just yesterday you had a phone call with that person, and you're now kind of being able to begin a new journey of healing, I suppose.
Yes. I guess with more information, with counseling, with reading to, also listening to other people, you know, and being able to open up to people you can relate and be vulnerable with, you get to that stage to be able to forgive yourself for being hard as a child, and try to grow up and love this person, not keep any resentment, because resentment is just poison for me. So just remember the good memories, forgive myself for punishing for things that I was not responsible for, and then calling things by its name.
Thank you.
It's always good to talk, it's always good to be open, not to isolate yourself. It's never healthy to isolate yourself with your own thoughts. Always good to talk. Anyone you can find, anyone you can trust, a line, a phone, whoever is out there, counseling or help or the government, whatever you need to do, but you need to talk, you need to just speak up.
Yeah. Next time on the 7 series.
I want to be happy for you, and I am happy for you, but it makes me miss him even more, you know? Yeah.